Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and on this channel I share my travel and bike adventures. In the previous video I started my bike trip from Netherlands to Copenhagen, and today I take you on my second day of this trip, which leads me from Tulsvelde to Bremen, which is around 75 kilometers. If you haven't checked out the start of this trip, don't forget to do so, as I had some interesting visitors. Okay, let's dive in. This second bike day starts with a lovely morning sun and a blue sky. Before getting my pre-ordered breakfast, I will show you the bathroom and the spot where I had to wash my bike clothes the day before, also known as the hole of the spiders, which of course isn't visible anymore by daylight. But believe me, there were a lot. Then it's time to get my breakfast and check out some spots close to the campsite, one of which is the self-service store. Is it just me, or are there more people fascinated by things like these? Especially the self-service ice cream machine. And look how much the machines offer. Okay, on to the second spot, which is the lake besides the campsite. A beautiful short walk brings me to this wonderful place. See for yourself. After eating my breakfast with this beautiful view, I went back to the campsite where my tent was drying in the sun. Having packed everything, I jumped on my bike and today's ride had begun. And the day started wonderful with great bike weather and nice landscapes. And spoiler alert, the weather stayed really beautiful all day long. So, happy me! My first bigger spot that I crossed on the route was Garrel, which had this nice cozy vibe. After passing some nice fields with flowers, I cross Nicolausdorf, and immediately afterwards I again find myself on good and quiet back roads, surrounded by nature. So far I really enjoyed yesterday's and today's route. Then I enter Hundlose, and however it wasn't time for lunch yet, I decided to go to the Edeka supermarket that I passed, as sometimes it takes a while before you get to another supermarket that's on the route. And as some of you may know who have been following me, I love visiting supermarkets when I'm abroad. I just like it to see all the different items we don't have in the Netherlands in a regular shop. Like for example the huge variety of Rittersport chocolates. As a huge chocolate lover, this made me really happy. The chocolate, however, wasn't where I was looking for, which was food for lunch. Back on the road, the next goal was to find a spot to have my lunch. But as I mentioned in my previous video, sometimes I'm having a hard time with choosing where to have a break, which leads to passing a lot of good spots like this one. And this one seemed like a nice park to have lunch, but you had to pay to access it, which wasn't really worth it to only have a lunch break. So I continued my quest. By this time, my stomach had already made clear several times that it was time to eat. And then I finally found a spot to sit. And yep, you can say that my lunch was a very random mix of things, but I did enjoy it, especially as I was quite hungry. After finishing almost everything that was on the table, it was time to put some more sunscreen on and get back on the bike. Shortly after, I crossed Geveshausen and then Oha. I don't know how to say that. Oha. Entering Klattenhof, I saw a small house which I had already seen a couple of times, and as I didn't have that much water left, I took a look inside to see what they sold. However, they sold a lot of soft drinks which I wasn't really in the mood for. Back on the road, I crossed some other bikepackers. I guess the first one of my trip so far. Always when I see other bikepackers, I really wonder where they're coming from and where they're going, especially when they are fully packed like these people. So if you're a bikepacker or are you planning to go on a bikepacking trip, please let me know in the comments where you're going and what your plan is, because I just really like to read these stories. Around an hour later I entered Burstel, where I saw yet another small house, but when I stopped I discovered a lovely tea garden behind the cottage, which turned out to be a really nice spot where I, besides filling my water bottles, could have a lovely ice cream. After again backing through some more quiet roads, I crossed Delmenhorst, which was a larger place very close to Bremen. So backing here felt like I was almost there. Leaving Delmenhorst, the route led me along these car roads, which I found a nice change to the other paths so far today. And as Bremen was only 8 kilometers left when I left Delmenhorst, it didn't take too long to see the sign that I entered Bremen. However, it did take some time from here to reach my campsite. Both because my campsite was at the other side of Bremen and because I did enjoy biking through Bremen, which made that I stopped quite a lot. Just look how charming this city is. And my route led me through the city center, which made that I also saw all of these nice buildings. After wandering around a bit, I decided to head to my campsite, as I had to cover still some kilometers and it was already getting a bit late. But biking further wasn't a punishment, as the road stayed really nice. That's one of the things I really love about biking, that you experience a place really direct and close by. And that you also see different spots than you would by car. And then I was almost there and I was surprised by this lovely spot. If I had longer hair, I would definitely check out this spot later on. But for now I decided to just bike really slow and enjoy the area from my bike. And there it was, my campsite. After setting up the tent and taking a nice shower, I decided to treat myself with a pizza in this lovely restaurant at the lake. And besides the mosquitoes, it was lovely. More of the mosquitoes in the next video. And for now, thank you all for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and check out my other videos. In the next one, I'll continue my trip to Copenhagen. So see you later.